Yo guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another weekly forecast. And before we get started, I'm just going to quickly run you through a potential VIP trade that we took on Friday, which ended up hitting TP in about 4 minutes, believe it or not. So it was actually a fantastic trade that we ended up taking. So pretty much I'll run you through what I send on Friday because a lot of people have questions if I keep updated on trades. How do I send my analysis? And how do I send my trade setups? Is it just a signal or am I actually explaining the setup? So pretty much if you look over here, you can see that I send a sort of diagram which explains what I'm looking for, why I'm looking for this sort of move and what to sort of expect, obviously in this brief description. And then this was sent at 11:57, so 12 o'clock UK time, which will be around about 7 a.m. New York time, so just an hour before the US session starts. And then, as you can see, that we were expecting price to sort of fall down. And then once you see price sort of fall down into the area at 26, which you can see was around within this sort of imbalance on here, I then waited for the reversal and looked for the buy. And this was sent actually at 1:27, which is 8:27 New York time, so like 3 minutes pretty much before the main US session volume comes in. And then obviously I then send a reason for the entry and what's going on, what I was looking for. You can see that in my confirmations for this trade, and this is sort of building an understanding for the VIP members as well, because half of them, a lot of them just won't know why I'm buying here at this price point if they're new. So this will sort of help you guys sort of understand, right, okay, this is what he's looking for, these are his confirmations, and start to sort of see this stuff themselves. And then obviously once around 1:33, look at the timestamp right there, guys. So it's 1:27 was the entry, and 1:33 was the take profit hit. So again, we were targeting this green line here. I was happy to take that because it was such an impulsive move. You want to sort of just get out of the market as quick as possible once your first sort of target gets hit. Gets hit. So I took 80% here and locked the trades. Obviously, then price came all the way back down towards that entry after take profit was hit. So that was pretty much a majority of the trade that was taken there. And you can see right here saying I'm out of market now. Was only in there for 4 minutes and target was hit. 1 to 5 RR done. So technically on this trade we did have a 13 pip stop loss and made 88 pips. So that's a 1 to 6 risk reward ratio. If you risked 1%, you would have made 6%, and that's almost a funded challenge passed. So pretty much you want to look for these trades rather than the longer term trades. I think these trades are a lot better in terms of like getting in, getting out, sort of, rather than staying in for days and then and eventually it goes back up and hitting your entry and you don't make anything. So this sort of stuff is what goes on in the VIP. Sorry, and yeah. So without further ado, let's just sort of get into the weekly forecast and see where we're sort of heading next week. Let me just sort of close this and then let's get this on the full screen so we can see. Right, so pretty much we have the gold chart here. If we go to the daily chart, let's start from here. You can see again, price is still within this consolidation phase. However, we are sort of getting moves and indications that price may be ready to sort of start breaking out of this consolidation, which is good because a lot of people want to see that sort of volume. So which way do I think it'll be heading this week? Based on Friday's sort of move, that sort of push up that we got, and then towards the end of the day, price came all the way back down and possibly was ready to push lower. I'm expecting price to push lower first to take out all of these early buyers. This is possible because we are expecting price to head up, right? So I'd like to see price take out all the early buyers first, and then for price to then reverse and then move up where it wants to go. So why would I think that? Again, price has still left some sort of imbalance on the daily. It's not completely cleared it up. If you zoom it out, you can see here around the 2000 level, price could see a reversal. This will allow price to take out all the previous lows, collect the liquidity below the previous lows, bump into this imbalance area, which again is a key level at 2000, where you could see more buyers step in, and then price could then start attacking the liquidity towards the highs that we have here. So that's my sort of daily analysis, my outlook that I'm looking at. If we go to the 4-hour chart, you can sort of see the same thing, and this sort of lines up. So the orange box here was the daily fair value gap that I marked. It's now carried over into the 4-hour. That's why it looks a little bigger. So the daily is the orange box. We also have more confirmation that we have 4-hour imbalance as well here. So I'm looking for price to start pushing into this area, to start collecting some of this liquidity to see a possible move up, right? So you'd be like, why would price not go up first and then come down? It can possibly do that, but with what we saw on Friday, if I go down to the hour time frame again, you can see that price, this was our buy trade that we ended up taking from here, where price attacked this green line. Price could have pushed higher, but it didn't. What it then decided to show us was price then came all the way back down, back to this low, which indicates to us that price wants to keep pushing down at the moment. So I'm just taking these sort of smaller time frame indications of where price wants to go at the start of the week, and then this sort of merges into my daily or higher time frame analysis, where right, okay, I see why it's trying to get there, because we have this fair value gap which is still left uncovered. So this is how the market sort of gives you clues on which way it wants to go, and this is what helps my analysis, and this is kind of why I have that sort of success rate when it comes to giving out my analysis as well. So pretty much at the earlier part of the week, I've got one more thing I actually wanted to mention. You can see that this major sort of push down from this area down to here was our main structure break, right? So pretty much you can see that price created the order block, pushed all the way back down, and then price retraced into this area, broke that previous high, and then we started getting another push down. So one thing that also confirms that price may not want to push a little higher yet, we may want to continue pushing lower at the start of the week, is because we get the fib retracement and use it on this impulse move down, which actually broke all the previous lows. So this is like break of structure impulse move, right? You can see that within this box here, this is a sort of optimum trade entry, OTE as OTT does it. So you have 50% and 61. Anything above the 50% is a good selling point, right? So you can see what happened is that price ended up retracing, breaking this high, popping into some imbalance here, not filling it. Why? Because again, it's above the 50% level, so anything above here, sellers are going to be trying to get in, and they did, and then price then ended up pushing back down, and then the next day, price then broke the previous swing lows, and then you got a retracement on Friday, and then price pushed back to the low again. So again, we're getting these sort of moves up and move down, but we're failing to break highs. This is starting to show us that your sellers are kind of dominant at this point. It's still trying to head to an area which in my opinion would be to break at least 2020, 2816, and then once it starts to push that lower, I'll see 2010, and then the next target would be 2000. And this is where I would like to start looking for buys at this point, because I think that the sort of bearish run that we have to our liquidity zone has finished, and now it's time to sort of start attacking these bullish moves and start breaking out. So I'm going to give you that sort of diagram in case you didn't understand. And that would be what I'm trying to look for is the price push down into this area here, and then once we are back into this area and start seeing that sort of retracement reversal pattern, right? You want to see some breaker structure in the higher time frame, but then you want to see price starting pushing back up, potentially back up to these areas here, and that will sort of give us our sort of breakout to continue higher. Now again, obviously this is all subjective based on what happens on this bearish move. If price sort of goes down and breaks this green line, then this would sort of question, right, is price going to break out? I would look for a retracement at this point to then continue lower. Why? Because we've broken a previous low. This is a break of structure. Price is not staying in its sort of a bullish sort of structure where we make a key swing low, price pushes up, we retrace, we then push up again, we retrace again. You know, we're breaking that now. So this is the stuff that you sort of want to start seeing in the market to then understand, right, where are we going? So this stuff works in every single market, guys. Have a look at if you trade forex, if you trade indices. I use the same sort of thing. So I'm giving you guys some free nuggets here. Obviously, with this stuff will be with the VIPs, but pretty much in summary, I'm looking for price to at the start of the week start pushing down, and again, then we can see our potential move back up towards these previous highs that we've left intact. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the weekly forecast. I'll keep you guys updated. It's been Statics. Peace out.